So Web3, I would just say, is a great way to make the Web 2, or I say the a two-dimensional presentation into a three-dimensional presentation, because I think Web 3 really helps purpose the feeling, like getting the virtual presence. Like right here, I'm moving my avatar inside the scene here, but at the same time, I can click on all these objects just like a regular website and get information. So today, starting off, what I kind of want to do is give just a quick overview of how to actually get into the space, how to invite people into the space, especially if you're putting on your own events. And the overall picture here is that you can literally integrate everything that you're used to using on a daily basis right into the space here. So this could be the way you utilize your Zoom now. Now, Zoom has a purpose, just like we're on a Zoom right now. This is how I bring the people in that have never seen this before. You're going to need to have some sort of a application that can showcase the next level or the next, iteration of the internet. So here we are. Most important is when you share this link. So right up here, if you go to the very top, you can just copy this link and send it to everybody that you want to bring into the space. Now, what's going to happen is when they come in to the space right here, they're just going to come in as a guest, okay, until they actually create an account inside the application. Once they create the account inside the application, then they're going to get access to all the tools, which most important is, when you're doing a big presentation, you don't want people coming and talking right away, because that's going to throw everything off. It's going to disrupt, it's going to distract. So when people first come in for the first time, they're going to be muted and they're not going to be able to turn on their mic until they actually get an account with the application. So I'm just going to talk about, I'm not going to show it here because there's a lot of stuff I want to show as far as how we can utilize this application. And then at the end we'll open it up for questions and stuff. So first off, I did make notes here. And the first thing is showcasing how you could do an event. So this space right here has a stage. It has seating area right here where you can actually just click on the seat and sit right down. Now, in the very beginning, I said everything is literally just a mouse click. All I'm using is my left mouse clicker, and see the little hand on the screen. I'm just clicking and it's moving my avatar. So it's literally no different than clicking on a website and clicking on new applications, right? And so we're just going, that's how I'm navigating. You don't need a VR headset. You don't need a bunch of controls. You don't need to put your hands all over the keyboard to move your avatar. You can just be left clicking your mouse and moving your avatar. Now, if I click the letter M on my keyboard, what's going to do is it's actually going to open up the mic inside the world, right? And the cool thing is with the mic, we can actually do megaphone, where everybody can hear everybody in the space clearly, or we can actually turn it to spatial, where it gives you the spatial audio to where only the people within a proximity of your avatar will actually be able to hear you. So that's really important when you're doing presentations, because you might have people that have been in the presentation and now they're actually helping you in the presentation talk to other people for what it might mean, right? Some people say, I don't get that. I don't understand what that means. And you could go into another part of the space here and be having a whole new conversation with that person and being in the same space of the presenter. So that's actually, I find, has a lot of value when doing presentations. Okay. So I'm going to jump right into showing some of the ways that we can utilize this platform. I would say about 3 years ago, we were hearing the term gamification, right? And a lot of businesses, especially like brick and mortar businesses, they were trying to find ways that they could keep people excited in the application, and they're using smartphones with games on there to keep people, engaged, the kids engaged. And then it was a way that businesses could give coupons out, help upsell inside the product. Well, I don't want to call it gamification. I want to call it more of a gathering versus a gaming. And this is a great place where you can have a conversation with kids, because kids are in this space. This is where their eyes are. This is where their full attention is. They're just the kids have more attention in this, I would say, than anything else. That's just my opinion. And this is where we need to be so we can get their attention on the real life things that we need to teach them, right? Because there are still skills that they need to be developed in when they get ready for the real world. Also, having this a space where we can teach them about things that they might not know about, right? Where parents are like, okay, if this is where I'm going to get my kids' attention, they can literally come in here with their avatar and be right along with their kids in the classroom. Or, I mean, imagine that. I mean, back when I was in the classroom, it's like you'd have like a special day where you could bring your parent in. They would just sit in the back and just watch the class, right? Watch a teacher teach a class. Well, this, you could bring the parents could be in every single classroom. They could be in every teaching of what the kid's learning. So I find value in that. So here we have a space right here. We made it up in the sky. We made to where we can help kids learn how to do NFTs through Impactiverse and Anua Global, right? And I think there's huge value in that, because NFT is not going away. NFT is just the next iteration of the internet. It's how we're going to account for our digital content and make sure that if people are trying to use your content, who's using it, because this is going to be on the blockchain. So not going to get into the details of all that, but it's just another fun way to learn inside the space here. So we built it out to where we could actually use tokenomics with it, where you can collect tokens inside, which could be a value that they could use in a marketplace to purchase, say, a hat or a shirt or anything else that can be put in the marketplace. But it's a way that they can collect and actually go through the space and find all the value that's in the space. So creating spaces with education, this is a great way to get kids to go through the whole space versus like, oh, this is boring. If there's something in there of value to them and they feel like they're getting value from it, they're going to go through the whole space. So so we got tokens in here. Oh, I see my friend Beverly's inside the space here. So hi Beverly, how are you doing today? Let me go ahead and just turn
Hi,
on the
Beverly.
audio so that you'll be able to hear her, but she's not gonna be able to hear you. So
Yeah,
I'll
okay,
turn on to where
super.
you can
Could
hear
I
her.
just ask on this, Robert, about the
Yep.
coin that's floating there? So what would happen? You claim that coin and it
Yep.
means something? Yeah,
Yeah, so if you click on the token, I didn't put any scripting on this right now, but what it would
yeah.
do is it would collect in like a wallet. So this is
Oh,
where we could connect, you know, uh, you could create a token system inside the space. And then when you go through, it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt, right? So you're making them go through the whole space to find all the value inside the space. And then
okay.
when they click, I didn't put any script on it, but the way it would work is when you'd walk through the token, it would collect and be up in your wallet up on the top right-hand corner. So
Hmm.
another thing is I created a space where you could actually make it like they're in a classroom, where you can have a teacher up front actually giving a live presentation and making sure that the kids are going through the modules, right?
Yeah.
Because we're still trying. I mean, when COVID hit, and I'm not using it as a crutch, but that was, I would say, the space that we tried it out, where let's see how much the kids will do on their own, right? With
Mm,
limited teachers' supervision, right?
mm,
If this was available, it wasn't available during COVID, but if this was
mm.
available, I think the teachers would have had a higher retention rate, and it'd been fun, and the kids would have been totally like, hey, what else is, what are we gonna learn anything new, And they'll keep searching for it, right? So that's the way we kind of want the kids. We want them to be wanting more information, wanting to learn more things, and I'm not sure if it's you, Korean, but I believe I heard where the kids should be teaching the teachers, and the teachers should just be responding to them saying,
Yeah,
"You're correct," or, "Well,
yeah.
that's a great way of thinking, but this is the way it really is," right? But
Mm,
it gives the kids, because I think if the kids are talking, that they're learning. If they're not talking, not responding, how do you know if they're
mm.
learning? They could just be
Yeah.
going to sleep in their mind and be like, this is boring. I don't want to be here. I want to play my shoot 'em up zombie game and do something else, right?
Mm-mm.
So in the
Yeah.
space here, we can create, classrooms and stuff. Not that we're trying to make it like the real world, but we want to make them so when they see a classroom, they say, okay, I'm here to learn. That's what this means, right? So
Mm,
so we have to put
right.
elements inside the space to get
Mm,
their attention another way. Because believe me, I mean, Beryl and I have been in spaces where it's just too gamified, too much stuff going on, and the simple little tasks that we put inside, they're like, hey, whatever, whatever, and they just click on and get through it because they want to play the game.
mm.
So we need to
This is
have a
brilliant.
balance in that. Yeah.
I love this. I love the way this is so much fun. It's really, it's a fun way to learn and going through the different modules and different rooms and yeah, this is really exciting. Yeah.
So
Love
let
the
me
way you've
just,
gamified it. Yeah, and the
yeah.
tokens and they could get tokens for each module that they or each class that they attend and then they have the options to get into the different classrooms and learn about various things. So it's yeah, really good. Yeah, loving
So,
it.
so we can actually bring in, like, so say a teacher's teaching a class, the teacher can actually share their desktop inside the scene with audio as well. So if there's videos that need a play and stuff like that, the teacher can actually monitor it inside the classroom.
Brilliant.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
so
let
I
me,
can actually hear you talking in the Zoom.
okay, perfect.
hi Beverly.
So Beverly, we're going to go over to this other space right here, to the library, the course library here, because I want to show what a library would look like.
Great.
So simple as that. We just click travel and we're jumping to the next space, just like that. And it's loading up.
It's great. So
So
easy.
here, yep. So everything's loading in right now. But what I've done, and I think this is the best way to put a library together, is basically create video content. And then, you could also PDF it if you like. But I made it to where you can just click on the link just like that and get the training, just like that. So you can be right
Hey
into
everybody, welcome.
you can be right into a YouTube getting the course. So not
Yeah.
the best way to learn something, but this is how we can compact a lot of information inside a space where a teacher or a mentor can put all their trainings in there when they're not there, right? Because I think live is the best way to go, but you still have to have it's like if you're going to make this a global education system, you got to make it to where it's on demand as well. So we gave that option as well. So that's what a library will look like. You could also, use this where there could be a systematic expert in here, um, helping with any questions that someone might have. So someone could come in here and say, hey, I'm here. I was directed here to learn how to be a VTuber. And I could say, yeah, you just come over here and, click on the very top when it says how to set up a VTubing studio, you know, just like that. So you could use this as not just a library, but you could also use it as kind of like how a trade show would be, where you got the system expert right there helping you with directing you where you need to be. I believe that's where, artificial intelligence will also, cover down, but that takes a lot of programming, right? So for right now, to speed this up and to give a personal and a human touch to it, I think having someone in a live avatar is what enterprise companies are looking for as well. Because how do you know what they're looking for? And if they're asking inside, because the biggest thing, and not to go down a rabbit hole, that I heard about the metaverse is they say, yeah, when we go in the metaverse, there's no one there. And I think that is the part where businesses need to, step up and actually provide that live, interaction with a human. So big companies have live support. I think metaverse, spaces have to have live support as well. So not that you have to have it. I'm just saying it's there that you can do it. And that was one of the biggest things 6 years ago. Trying to figure out how to set yourself apart from being online is, all these companies had chat bots at the bottom right hand corner of their screen, but it wouldn't do nothing. It'd send you in a loop and you'd be like, oh, that just wasted my time. I believe that should have been a live support person there saying, how can I help you? Right. So that's just a feature that I think is going to be needed for education, because you're going to have multiple questions that maybe the chat bot doesn't even understand, or even the AI. The AI says, oh, I was programmed in 2021 and this doesn't compute to me right now. So I think having a live person is important. So
Yeah.
okay, so let's keep moving here. Let me take you over to what we did for Precision. Hey, Beverly, I may bring Karina. Actually, let me just throw a portal here for you. So let me show you how easy it is to bring people in a room with you to the next space. So let me go ahead, go like this. Let me come down over here, add a portal, just like this. Let me find my space I created. And let's see here. It is going to be right here, be the change maker. So I throw up a portal for her. So here we are. So Beverly, if you want to click on that portal right there, that's where we're going next. Okay, so let me just make sure I take that out of the scene. And then I'll go over there myself just by that, like this. And this is more of like the back end of the website here. So let me go like this. And I may load in. As you know, Spatial's trying to be like a YouTube or like Netflix. They're giving you all the titles, popular titles on the right-hand side here. But to expand the screen, all you got to do once we load in, we'll click on the right-hand corner right here. There we go. So Beverly's already going through the space here. But what we did here is we integrated, how to get in touch with Precision. But what we did is we actually gamified it. Where what I did is I created a little kind of like Easter egg hunt, kind of like the tokens that we're spinning on that other space. And basically, I'm just saying, let's go find all the red bones that are in the space. But what that does is it makes the person.
Obviously, you're not talking in here
Hang
today.
on, let me just open this up. Okay. So what it does is it allows the people to go through the scene, and they're going to find other things in the scene. So what I did here is I just said, not saying that you ladies are going to do it, but I said, go find the red bones for Bowser. And we got 10 minutes left here. So I'll speed this up. And then once they find the bones, they just need to respond to you with how many bones they found, and you'll give them a free minting for their NFT. So, so there's actually seven bones in here. Okay. And, but as they're looking around, as you can see that I kind of put in Precision's information as well. So they can come over here and click on Precision's information, go right to her website. Right. So, but so the bones are kind of hidden. I would say the trickiest bone to find is going to be this one right here, because it's like in the rocks. It's hidden down in the rocks right there. But we just made another way that and Precision could come in here and be talking to all of her fans, all of her supporters, and people that donate to her cause. And cool thing is that we got solar in here. So I know she's big on solar. We got wind, and then I think there's aquaponics right here. So yeah, I mean, it's got everything that supports her message, and this is where she can have another conversation, make it fun for everybody. So
this is brilliant.
Very cool. Yeah. And yeah, we can have a separate conversation afterward about our strategy in terms of onboarding ambassadors and projects and things like that, because we want to make sure that it's something which also helps us to continue to grow and to have people tap back into a newer and obviously the metaverse of impact as well. So I think, building these things into the strategy is going to be really important. And this is awesome. Thanks, Robert. Really cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing as well, Robert, when because I know at the moment the the landing page that you had started to create. I think that, you know, updating that information
Yep.
and having links that, you know, go into this vertical, into the world of like life on land, you know, and going into this will give people a sense of what this looks like and how much fun it is, you know. And then life under the sea, I think that'll be a great one to see if there's anything you have on that to show us. But yeah, this is going to be hugely impactful, make a huge difference when we go to investors and stuff as well, because it's just, this is looking really impressive. So yeah,
Awesome.
really excited.
Okay, so real quick before, I think we got about we got 7 minutes left here. So what I did is once you come in, ladies, you can actually come over here, and I put all the worlds that you listed that you want to see.
Yeah, brilliant.
The last one, I do have to talk to this company right here because they are a web developer as well. And Salty Sharks, which they're an NFT company that protects the sharks and the wildlife, sea life. So they're big on ocean life. They're out of Australia, and this developer actually has a bunch of Unity developers that we could piggyback off of and get worlds built. So Beverly, yeah, she can hear me in world. We're gonna go over to the Atlantis Subrant racing. So I talked to Rob early this morning, and I asked him, I said, is it possible to take, because he's just building games for it, but kids are gonna want games. Kids are they're gonna want to play games, right? So I asked him, I said, with all the games you're building, can we also duplicate those so that way we can also put educational, you know, tidbits of information in it, right? So if they, like, say they collect so many tokens, all of a sudden they go to like an informative, you know, this is what this foundation is doing to save the ocean, right? And he hasn't responded to me yet, but I have a good feeling that he'll want to be part of this and to offer some of his dev support. So let's go ahead and teleport to this world right here, the Atlantis Sub Racing Circuit. This has a lot of sound in there, so you might not hear me when I talk once in a while. But he literally created underwater submarines that you can race. I thought that was cool. I'm like, and he did this within a month himself. So I'm very impressed.
Very cool. Collecting bones and coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much more. Sounds like so much more fun.
Yeah. So
Brilliant.
this is all underwater here. Right here it says collect 500 diamonds to complete. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all that, but let me go ahead. All you got to do, hey, Beverly, all you got to do is go close to one of these vehicles and hit F. And then you just WASD will drive it. Just like that. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm not a gamer here. But the kids will be like, oh, this is what we've been looking for. So
Robert, so for this sort of thing, we could then look at.
And it's not going anywhere.
Hey, hang on, Beverly.
Oh, I gotta hit the up and down keys. Okay.
I don't want to.
Well, I crashed.
All right, hey Beverly, I may jump from here. I only got 5 minutes left on the Zoom with Karina and Nolene. So I appreciate your time, and we'll connect later. Okay.
Thanks, Beverly. Talk to you soon.